Hi! Ready to practice comparatives and superlatives in a funny way? Okay, here we go. Let's remember first. Comparatives. We use them to compare to objects, animals, people, etc. While superlatives, we use them to talk or write about one particular object, animal, person, etc. from a group. Okay, remember when we compare, we use adjectives, and adjectives can be divided into long or short. Okay, let's start with the short adjectives. For the comparatives, when we compare two animal objects or people, we are going to write the adjective and we are going to add er and the word than after it. For example, my dad is taller than my mom. For superlatives, short adjectives, we are going to write the word the before the adjective and we are going to write est. So, I'm the tallest in my class. Now, long adjectives. Long adjectives are adjectives with more than two syllables. Okay, so for comparatives, we are going to put or write the word more before the adjective and then we are going to write or say the word than. For example, the chair is more comfortable than the sofa. What about superlatives? For superlatives, when we talk about only one particular object, animal or person from a group, we are going to do this for long adjectives. We're going to write the word the, followed by the word most and the adjective. For example, he's the most talkative person I know. Now, there's always an exception to the rule. There are irregular adjectives. Irregular adjectives are those adjectives that don't follow any rules, and unfortunately, we have to learn them by heart. Okay. For comparatives, there are three different adjectives that are irregular, that don't follow any rule. One is good, and the comparative form of the adjective good is better than. Another adjective is bad, and the comparative form is worse than. Far is another adjective, and the comparative form is further than. Okay. The PlayStation 4 is better than the PlayStation 3. USA is further than Brazil. The quarantine is worse than going to school every day. What about superlatives now? For good, we are going to have the best. For bad, we are going to have the worst. And for far, we are going to have the furthest. So, let's see the examples. In my opinion, Back to the Future is the best movie ever. The worst part of the quarantine is over. Who has thrown the javelin the furthest during the Olympics? Okay, now that we have gone over the theory on how to use superlatives and comparatives, let's have some fun. Okay, that's a dinosaur. It's a T-Rex. We are going to compare, or we're going to talk about it using the adjective dangerous. Have a look at the sentence. The T-Rex was one of dinosaurs it ever existed. We are talking about only one dinosaur in particular. We are not comparing. So, we are going to use the superlative form. Let's see. The superlative form of dangerous. Dangerous is a long adjective. It has more than two syllables. It's the most dangerous. So, the sentence is like this. The T-Rex was one of the most dangerous dinosaurs it ever existed. Okay, your turn now. We have a snail, and we have a tortoise, and we have the adjective fast. Let's see. A snail, it can move 45 centimeters in only 1 hour, while the tortoise can move 480,000 centimeters in 1 hour. The tortoise moves the snail. We have two animals here. We are comparing. Fast is a short adjective, so the tortoise moves faster than the snail. The taipan snake. We are going to use the adjective poisonous here. Poisonous is a long adjective. The taipan is snake in the world. Okay, is it a comparative? Is it a superlative? Which form do we have to use of the adjective poisonous? Got it? Okay, let's check. The taipan is the most poisonous snake in the world. Okay, now we're going to use the adjective hot. These planets are Mercury. The temperature there can get to 427 degrees, and Venus. The temperature there can get to 420 degrees. Okay, and the sentence that we have to complete is Mercury is Venus. Are we comparing? Are we talking about one planet in particular? Okay, check your answer. Mercury is hotter than Venus. Notice that the adjective hotter carries two T's because it's a very short adjective. It's a one-syllable adjective, and its structure is consonant, vowel, consonant. Let's move on. Okay. What about these two lovely buildings? We are going to use the word high to compare them or to talk about one of them in particular. Let's see. The Eiffel Tower is 324 meters tall, while the Statue of Liberty is 93 meters tall. Let's see. The Eiffel Tower is the Statue of Liberty. Are we comparing? Are we talking about one building in particular? The Eiffel Tower is higher than the Statue of Liberty. Have a look at this picture of all the planets in our solar system. We are going to use the adjective big to complete our sentence. Jupiter is in our solar system. It's 69,911 kilometers, and the Earth is only 6,371 kilometers. Are we talking about only one planet in particular? Are we comparing two? Okay. Jupiter is the biggest in our solar system. Okay. Have a look at the adjective big in this case. It's the superlative form. It's carrying two G's. Okay. We're going to compare two cars. A Ferrari and a Falcon. We're going to use the adjective expensive to compare them. The Ferrari is the Falcon. Okay, are we comparing? Are we talking about only one car in particular? We are comparing two, so the Ferrari is more expensive than the Falcon. Expensive is a long adjective and we are comparing two, so we need the comparative form of this adjective. Okay, Lionel Messi. That's a great football player. Okay, we are going to use the adjective good here. Okay, Lionel Messi is football player ever. Right? You can tell I'm from Argentina. Okay, so Leo Messi is the best football player ever. We are talking about only one person in particular, right? From a group. The group in this case is football players. Okay, the Nile River. Okay, we're going to use the adjective long. The Nile River is in the world is 6,650 kilometers. Okay, got the answer? The Nile River is the longest in the world. Okay, we have two animals here. The moose, who's 2 meters and 10 centimeters tall, and a horse, who's 1 meter and 80 centimeters tall. Okay, let's see. We are going to use the adjective tall to compare both. The moose is the horse. And the answer is the moose is taller than the horse. The mandarin duck. Did you know this bird? We're going to use the adjective colorful, full of colors. And the sentence is the mandarin duck is one of birds in the world. It lives in China, Japan, and North Korea. Okay, ready? Let's check your answer. The mandarin duck is one of the most colorful birds in the world, right? We are talking about only one bird in particular. Okay, we are going to compare pains here. Toothache and a stomachache. And we're going to use the adjective bad. Okay, let me give you a clue. Remember, bad, it's an irregular adjective. It's not a short and it's not long. It's irregular. Remember the set of adjectives that we had to learn by heart? Okay, which pain is a toothache or a stomachache? Okay, this one is tricky. Let's see. Okay, which pain is worse? We are comparing two here, right? But have a look. To make this question, we didn't use the word than. Okay. Now, what about these? These two characters are my favorite. Garfield on one side and Homer Simpson on the other side. We're going to use the adjective lazy, of course. Okay, let's compare. Do you think Garfield is Homer Simpson? Okay, this is another question. Think of your answer. Got it? Do you think Garfield is lazier than Homer Simpson? Okay. The Tasmanian devil. Okay. And we're going to use the adjective aggressive. Aggressive is a long adjective. So, have a look at the sentence. The Tasmanian devil is one of animals on the planet. Okay. Did you think of your answer? Now, let's check it. The Tasmanian devil is one of the most aggressive animals on the planet. We are talking about only one animal in particular. If you enjoyed this video, remember to click on the thumb up sign. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.